of plate evaporative condenser. Plate evaporative condenser consists of plate-type heat exchanger, axial flow fan, circulating water pump, padding, and other auxiliary components. During operation, the high-temperature gas enters the channels between the two spot-welded plates, forming a single cassette via the top header. The weld spots interrupt the gas flow intermittently, thus creating turbulent flow pattern within the channels. This flow pattern does not exist in the conventional coil-type condenser. Cooling water is uniformly sprayed over each plate cassette via spraying distribution system, which results in a uniform thin film along the entire height. Hot refrigerant gas inside the cassette transfers heat to the water film. Heat transfer is enhanced in the presence of fan-induced airflow in the direction of falling water film, and partial evaporation of water. The condensed refrigerant leaves at the bottom of each plate cassette and is collected in the lower header. This geometry results in a reduced charge. On the water side, majority of unevaporated warm water directly flow through the efficient PVC padding, which gets cooled down by side entry fresh air. The cooled water drops into the lower basin for recirculation. Plate versus coil evaporative condenser. Advantage 1. Higher heat transfer efficiency. The interadic dimples, created due to spot welding of two adjacent plates, automatically lend into a strenuous flow path, which results in higher heat transfer performance. On the contrary, this feature is not exhibited in a conventional tubular geometry coil. On the water side, the presence of induced airflow and the peculiar outer surface geometry helps in a uniform film, resulting in higher thermal performance. In the case of conventional tubular coil evaporative condensers, the cross-sectional area available for the hot entering gas is relatively larger. This results in lower gas velocity, which is unable to maintain a uniform annular film along the tube periphery, and therefore very early along the flow path, a separated flow is formed with condensed liquid occupying the lower section of each tube, and therefore results in lower overall thermal performance. The same is true on the water side. The longer distance traversed coupled with gravity effect, so the water flow distribution gets uneven, and thus results in lower performance. Advantage 2. Simple maintenance. All plates are installed vertically and equally spaced. In case of a leak, the spotting of leak location is simple. The bad plate can be cut out and replaced with a new in a short possible downtime. This is not true with a tubular coil type condenser. It is extremely difficult task to locate a leak in a tubular coil, especially if the leaking tube is located in the inner rows. Once the tube is located, all we can do is plug it in, which means drop-in capacity. Advantage 3. Easy cleaning. Due to adequate spacing between adjacent plate cassettes, each can be mechanically cleaned individually. Use of rust-proof material helps prolong the lifespan. On the other hand, tubular coils cannot be cleaned mechanically. The only way to clean the tube surface is by using harsh chemicals, which usually results in lowering the life expectancy. Advantage 4. Compactness and lower cost. Because of all the above inherent features, for the same capacity, a plate-type evaporative condenser is compact, and thus requires smaller floor space. It is lighter in weight, has lower construction cost, as well as lower transportation cost. The location of inlet and outlet piping provides the ability to install multiple units in tandem, which results in lower field construction costs. Advantage 5. Energy conservation and emission reduction. Due to better performance, plate evaporative condenser uses less power and water, which helps in the carbon footprint issues that are becoming critical for a cleaner world. Summary. In summary, plate evaporative condenser has better thermal efficiency, simple in operation, smaller footprint, easy to install, lower maintenance and cleaning cost, and has favorable energy savings and environmental protection features. These are the reasons